Hey, what up? So I'm making this video for Gwen, who does wigs and hair extensions like this. This is what Gwen sent me. So here is my idea. If you're doing a wig like in this scene, or hair extensions, one idea I had for you, Gwen, is first of all, I got this wig as a placeholder for really cheap. It's nothing like yours. But this is just a placeholder so you get a sense of how to use your wigs and hair extensions with Teleplay. So here's the wig, here's the green blanket. I'm lighting the green blanket with two 100-watt LEDs, and then I'm lighting the wig separately from the green blanket, and the wig is placed about like 6 inches away from the blanket. And the way my setup at my table is really short, so what I would do in your situation, I would simply place your device a little bit further, so that way, you know, you capture more of what's around the wig. And some backgrounds which I think can work well for you are basically nature backgrounds, because my feeling is that, you know, customers who get your wigs and hair extensions, it's kind of like they want to be beautiful and be seen. Like, I feel like nature backgrounds kind of symbolize like freedom in a way. And I think that can work well for your product. Like maybe you can also do kind of like a scene where the wig is kind of like in some kind of castle, for example. Well, anyways, let me show you where the backgrounds are. So let me give you some ideas. So if you search for sky, you'll see some examples of nature backgrounds you can use. Okay, now go to photo preview. What if we do sky 1? Let's remove this foreground. Okay. So yeah, sky 1 can work. Again, this is gonna look a lot better if you put the device further back so you can see more around the wig, so that it's not taking up so much space. Let's see what other backgrounds you can do. What if we do white clouds and blue sky? Okay, that doesn't really work. But anyways, what if we search for forest? Let's do this one, forest 1. Okay, that can work. Maybe forest with colorful flowers 2, that can work. Again, this is gonna look a lot better when you actually zoom out. See, give me it. See, like, okay, it's hard with 2 hands, but basically this is the gist of it. If you put the iPad backwards, it's gonna look a lot more interesting. See, again, I'd have to put the wig further up from the table in order, you know, for the table to not be visible, but you get the idea. It's gonna look a lot better when you put the camera more back, okay? And now, so yeah, basically, you know, I'd play around with the different backgrounds, and if there's a background which you don't see by just simply browsing through what's available here, then just let me know and I'll add more backgrounds for you. And then for foregrounds, you simply, you know, kind of match with what the background is. So here we have a colorful flower scene. Let's see if we can get some cool flowers going on. Let's do flowers full sequence. This is gonna take maybe like 30 seconds to load because this is a very big effect. Okay, then you can resize it. Let's see how it looks like if we zoom out, if we take the phone a little farther back. Okay, see, that can look pretty cool. Ah, I actually really like this scene. Okay. It's almost like it's an all natural hair product, you know? Again, this is not the best setup. You just have to, you know, I'm just working with what I have so that you get the idea of how to best use it for your products. Okay. Okay, now let's see what other foregrounds we can use. I think like nature backgrounds can work really, really well because, you know, I think with hair and beauty products in general, people like knowing that it's like, you know, I don't know, like made self-sustainably or like anything natural. Yeah, I know people love that stuff. So I think if you go to nature transitions, these foreground effects can work really well for your product. Let's try Spring 13, for example. Oh, then we can do that. Okay. Let me take this out a little. Okay. Ah, God. My iPad battery is dead, so let me restart the video again for you. When I'm back in business, so let me show you another couple things. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that the spill suppression is enabled in the gear icon. So notice the difference when it's off. So here, notice the green glare. And when spill suppression is on, that green glare is removed. So you always want to make sure that the spill suppression is on. Another thing, because, you know, this is primarily a video app, and I think one of the coolest things that you can do is make your product move. But because this is a wig, you know, how do we make your product move and give it kind of like a more lifelike feel? If you have like a hair dryer, you can, you know, here I'm just waving it with a packaging insert and it's showing up in the camera. It looks terrible. But my point is, if you get a hair dryer and make the hair move, almost as if there's like some kind of wind blowing, I think that can look really amazing. So, you know, yeah, I know they're AI generated. I know they're apps where you can, you know, place this, take a picture, it removes the background, and bam. But, you know, I like to take advantage of Teleplay because it's a video app, so I think something which can work really well, get a hair dryer and put wind on your wig to make it look like really natural and cool, as if it's actually in that environment. Okay? Let's see what other foreground effects can work for you. So sparkle and particle effects, I think, can work really well. Here, like this. Okay, and keep in mind, you know, if I had a real setup that works, here, like this can work really well for you. This glitter type background. Okay, so let me summarize everything. So, okay, let me summarize everything because I know there's been a lot. Number one, the best backgrounds, I think, are nature type backgrounds or backgrounds where you'd expect someone to wear this wig to be in. Just go to AI generated backgrounds, go to photo preview, check out the scenes here. Also, you can search for things like jungle or a forest to get a nice nature scene, or check out these nature backgrounds here. Now for the foregrounds for your wigs and hair extensions, I would focus on maybe these particular foreground effects. You'll find good ones within mystical, love, I think, can work well for you. Luxury can work well for you, effects inside there. nature transitions can work well for you. Sparkle and particle effects can work well for you. Plants and flowers can work well for you. Okay, so that's, you know, and then there's so many things, but those are the ones I'd focus on for now. So backgrounds and foregrounds I just mentioned. The other thing I wanted to mention in this video here, that works really well. Here we have a 40 by 40 inch blanket. So I think the key to making your whole setup work is, you know, have a nice setup where there's more space between the wig/hair extensions and your phone. So I'd probably just get a table that's longer than this, so you can place your phone setup a little bit higher and farther away from the wig or hair extensions. And last thing, make sure that the post suppression is enabled, and that's it. So sorry if this video is a little bit all over the place, but I hope this is enough to get you started. And let me know if you have any questions.